Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Sunday, January 1st, 2023. Happy New Year to all. It is a wonderful day, and it's another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen. It's just as simple as that. Just focus on what is good. Focus on the things that give you joy, the things that give you peace, the things that give you gladness. Because if you focus on all the negative things, it does not benefit you. It will only drag you. It will only drag you into a direction mentally you do not want to be. So that's why I always say, focus on what is good. When you focus on what's good, you literally will lift your spirit up. When you focus on what is good, we all have so much to be thankful for. This is a new year. This is a fresh start to something good. And I'm excited because I have so much planned for the podcast. And I just want you all to be encouraged, inspired, and lifted up. If you are out there traveling about and enjoying this New Year day, I hope that you are alert, paying attention. I pray that you just be careful. Wash your hands. Use your hand sanitizer. Wear your mask when you need to, because people are still becoming ill, and I don't want you to be sick. So do your part to keep yourself safe and keep your family members safe. If you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $ SB Favor. And if there's another way you would like to donate to the podcast, just contact me. All of my information is on the SB Favor Thinking Podcast Facebook page. If you go to that page, you will see the address where you can send whatever it is you want to send to me. And also you can drop an email, sbfavor@yahoo.com. As simple as that. And I can provide information on what you can do to donate to the podcast. So I appreciate your support and your donations. Well, I have an inspirational quote for you today, and I just want to talk about real quick the power of managing your emotions. I'm laughing because, sometimes I trip over my words. I talk a little fast sometimes, and it's all good, but I got to slow down a little bit. But like I said, I want to talk about managing your emotions. I know I talked about this topic earlier in 2022, but I just wanted to touch on it a little bit in this episode because a lot of us are dealing with certain types of feelings and we sometimes don't understand. And I just want to say to you that you can manage your emotions. You don't have to walk around sad. You don't have to walk around discouraged. You don't have to walk around with bitterness and feelings of sadness or resentment from the past. You don't have to do that. Every thought can stir up a certain type of emotion. If you're thinking happy, and if you're thinking about something that's exciting, think about this. Then that's when your emotions start to stir up a feeling of being excited or happy. If you're thinking about all the times you messed up and all the times you failed and when you didn't do all the right things and how you coulda, shoulda, woulda, if you're thinking like that, then guess what? Then your emotions will start to bring about feelings to make you feel bad. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with reflecting on certain things just to kind of understand things for what they are. But when you are focused on the things that are not good, that are not good for your emotions, then what happens is those emotions start to sit on you like a bag of rocks, so to speak. You don't want to focus on the things that are not beneficial for your spiritual health. Because our thoughts that are not good, it's just that. They're not good. It's no benefit. Yes, you can acknowledge something for what it is and say, okay, yeah, that's what it is. But if you're one of those people and you're just sitting around watching TV, or you are alone and you're going about your day and you're just pondering over all kinds of negative things, and it's just stirring up all kinds of negative emotions, and you're not managing your emotions, you're just going along with the flow. By the time you get finished thinking about all those negative things and you start thinking about all the people you don't like and all the people that did you wrong, guess what? Now you're walking around with a bag full of negative emotions. And you just don't want that. You don't want that when you desire to have a spirit like a reservoir, a spirit that's fresh and clear and pure and full of light. You don't want to sit around thinking about negative thoughts. To have a spirit full of light and love and a spirit full of virtue, you want to have thoughts that give you life, thoughts that give you love, thoughts that give you hope. You don't want to sit around having discouraging thoughts. Last week I talked about how I was going about my day and I woke up feeling pretty good, and all of a sudden I just started feeling discouraged. Nothing happened. It was just a feeling in the moment. And because I was paying attention, once I recognized that it was a feeling of discouragement, and then the thoughts was trying to come in, stuff from the past, I said, no. No. I told myself, no, this is not happening. And immediately I prayed, and immediately I kept telling myself, I got to stay focused and I got to pay attention to where I am in the moment. So now I'm telling you, pay attention to where you are in the moment concerning your thoughts and your emotions. Some of us, you go to the mailbox, you get a bill, and next thing you know, you're having a happy day. You get a bill in the mail, and you see a bill, and you might not be happy about it. And next thing you know, what happens? Here comes an emotion, and then once the negative emotion comes, here comes the thought. You don't have to do that. You don't have to allow yourself to go into that place. If you see something like a bill or something happens that you're not expecting, you don't have to feel bad about it. Tell yourself it's going to be taken care of. Tell yourself, I'm going to do what I have to do to take care of that bill. I'm going to do what I have to do to resolve the issue or the problem or whatever it is that needs your attention. Because if you are walking around with negative emotions and negative thoughts and you're just not managing your emotions, that's not going to fix the problem. That's not going to pay the bill. You sitting around with negative thoughts and negative emotions, ask yourself the question, what is the power in that? What power is it? None. So why do it? We all have the ability to do something better, different, and new. Sometimes a lot of us, we say things like, well, my mom went through this and my dad went through this and my grandma went through this. And this is how we did it in our family. No, you don't have to follow generational patterns of behaviors that are not good. You don't have to. You can do something better and new. And if you're one of those people and you have children or grandchildren, or you want to have children, or you are a person of influence, then guess what? Do something better and new. Because when you do something better and new, it's for the next person to do something better and new. Don't be stuck on habits thinking that something that is so dysfunctional is normal. But that's we're human. We're human, right? But that's still not an excuse. It's not an excuse not to be our best. So I hope that you are getting something out of this, because what I'm saying to you, I'm telling myself. I have to tell myself every single day, from the time that I wake up, I tell myself, okay, I got to pay attention to what's going on with me so that I can know what to appropriate to everyone else. But if I'm not paying attention to me, and I'm justifying bad behavior, and I'm justifying negative thoughts, and I'm justifying negative words, and just everything negative, I'm just justifying and saying, oh, that's just who I am and all that, then guess what? That means I don't care, and it means that I don't care about others, and it means that I'm not working on myself. And guess what? I don't want to live that life, and I hope that you are not living that life. Because when you work on yourself, you will become an asset to someone else. And a lot of us, that's what we need to do. We need to work on ourselves. Working on yourself does not mean that you get to point out the faults of others either. No. Working on yourself simply means you are accountable for you. You let others work out their own life and their own salvation. You just be accountable for you. When you are accountable for you, then you can be an asset and you can be an influence for someone else. So I hope that I gave you something to think about, because this is what I'm thinking about. And it's a new year. And we can do something better and new. We have to do something better and new. We cannot live a life just doing the same thing year after year, month after month, week after week. And then in the midst of all that, some people think they're going to get a different result. No, it doesn't work that way. We have to work on ourselves. And it doesn't matter how much money you got and what kind of job and your degree and your clothes and the influence of people that you hang around. That doesn't matter if your heart is dark and you're not kind and you have a mean spirit and you have a lying spirit. Guess what? The material stuff don't mean nothing. What counts every single day, what counts is when you are kind, when you are sweet, when you are loving, and when you desire to tell the truth, even when you are tempted to lie. That's what matters every single day. Because when you do that, then you can help somebody. You can help your children. You can help your grandchildren. You can help your friends. And I'm not talking about walking around, being some self-righteous, judgmental person either. Because that's not helpful either. We have to be accountable for ourselves, to be an asset to someone else, and be a light to someone else. The world is filled with garbage. The whole world, to me, is a ghetto. That's how I see the world. I see the world as one huge ghetto. And some people think just because they got a couple $1 million, they're all right. No. You're not all right if you don't know how to love people. You're not all right if you don't know how to treat your neighbor. You're not all right if you got all these degrees, but you don't like Spanish people or black people or white people, and you don't like the short person or the tall person. And come on now. The heart that is healthy, the heart that is seeking light, the light and love of God, the heart that is every single day doing the work to make themselves better for someone else, that's what counts. And I know somebody might say, oh, well, SB, that's just your opinion. Well, okay, yeah, it is my opinion. It is my opinion. But guess what? It's a valid one, because what I'm talking about is something we all need. We need God, and we all need to do better. And that is the reason why I started this podcast, because I care about people prospering. I care about people just doing better. I care about it. That is something I have a passion for. I love to see people prospering. It's a beautiful thing to see someone evolved and be healed from the traumas of their past and prosper, with their education, and yes, make money and do good things. But at the same time, their heart is prospering. Their spirit is prospering. Their mind is prospering. It's a beautiful thing to see that. And that is why I decided to do this podcast, because I have a heart to see people prosper. I don't want to see nobody down. I don't want to see nobody discouraged and sad and not believing in themselves. I want to see people prosper so that they can do and be everything they were purposed to be through God. And when I say through God, I'm not speaking in a religious context. I'm speaking in a spiritual context, because when I talk about God, I am not a religious person. I am a spiritual person that fervently believes in the power of God. That is my stance. But like I said a minute earlier, please do the work. Manage your emotions. Do what is best to be the best you can be. I pray that you have a prosperous week. I pray that the desires of your heart be well and manifested so that you can be a blessing to someone else. I thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this podcast, because I'm going to be putting my whole heart into this in the weeks to come. And I just want people to understand that you can make it, you can stand in hope, and you can do something great. So thank you so much for listening. And if you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at sbfavor. I'm on TikTok as well at sbfavor. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be having more video content there. I'm only on audio on Amazon Audible and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. I'm on audio there. But I will be on video more on YouTube. Yes. I always talk so fast sometimes, and I gotta just slow it all the way down. But that makes me human, right? When I trip over my words, it's all good, because I'm a confident woman. It's all good. But have a good day. And thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you share the podcast with others. Have a good day.